Yo, 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 yo. What it is, we back. We back. We gotta talk about Max being Jim Jones, man. A lot of people, I mean, I guess because Max B is an older rapper. Make sure people get in hit that like button, man. My man said she touched it in Miami. What's up, JB? Jim Jones mad at Max B because she touched it in Miami, man. Ah, shit. Yeah, we back. What it is, Pippin. Jim Jones a clown, y'all. That's the bottom line, y'all. Like I told you, yo, these podcasts been exposed. What's up, Al? Yo, it's new court documents on Dirt. Case exposing the prosecution on Dirt case. Just dropped. I sent it to you. Man, I was in an accident, y'all. Let me show y'all the accident. I ain't show y'all what happened. Hold on. I was in an accident at work, y'all. They got me off for another 2 weeks. Just came from therapy. Let me show y'all what happened, man. Mind my motherfucking business. And the motherfucking car ran into me. Yeah, so basically I was stopped at a red light in a fucking F-250. I was stopped at a red light. A car was stopped behind me in an F-250 with a fucking with a ram on that bitch. Hit them into me. And now I'm my motherfucking fucking shoulder. That's why if you notice I've been complaining about my damn neck, back and shit. Shit been killing me for real. I just came from therapy. It's just starting to hurt again for real. It was good when I just left that motherfucker. But yeah, we gonna go through the Dirk shit. Prosecution been lying. They don't have a case, yo. That's why they so quiet. You know, yo, when they got a rock solid case, you know, they go a grandstand. You know what I mean? They gonna release all type of paperwork. They gonna put out, you know, they gonna do what they do. The quietness of Dirk case when it comes to the prosecution lets you know that the case is lacking something, lacking substance. All we saying is paperwork released by the defense. Everything the prosecution released, they want to seal it. The most evidence we seen coming from the prosecution was basically unrelated cases. A whole bunch of unrelated situations. They try to paint Dirk out to be a motherfucking mob. So not Dirk. So a lot of people don't understand or trying to figure out where this beef between Max B and Jim Jones come from. Now I was a Max B fan. You heard me. Fuck with your music. So I know the whole scoop. You feel me, on how the thing started. You know, if you ain't old enough, you know, Benz or Max B been locked up for 16 years. A lot of people that's watching now not old enough to even know what the fuck going on and why they were beefing. Now mind you, ain't nobody died behind this. So for Jim Jones to be carrying how he carried it is crazy to me. Like Jim Jones then turned into a clown, y'all. That's the only good thing about these rappers with podcasts. Now we get to see who they really is. You know, we get to get behind the music. And we get to see who these people really are. And what I'm learning about a lot of these rappers, these niggas flawed. Niggas emotional. Niggas feminine. Niggas don't got morals. Niggas don't got principles. Niggas don't stand on nothing. They just good at rapping. So, Max B and Jim Jones issues started. You know, Max B was with Purple City Bird Gang. That was Jim Jones' offspring of. I mean, I think it was Max B. It was Stack Bundles. It was Jim Jones. Couple other couple other niggas. You feel me? Oh my God, it dropped my fucking food, y'all. God damn, I gotta pull over. Couple other niggas for real. I just dropped all my fucking food. Hey, hold up, I gotta get my fucking food. That shit is dry. Shit, man. God damn it. Get my coffee and shit ain't dirty. Damn, y'all, it's my fucking letter. Fucking whole letter and got fucking food all over. You know what, yo? Delta Force, what it is. When it come down to Jim Jones, when it come down to Jim Jones being a sucker, motherfucker should have known. It shouldn't have to took for him to start going on podcasts and shit like that. Niggas should have known he was on sucker time based off the Max B situation. So what happened with Max B and Jim Jones is, yo, when Max B caught that time, when he got arrested for that for the case he actually ended up going to prison for, he caught a $1.5 million bail. Jim Jones, thinking he Suge Knight and Max B is Tupac, told Max B in order to bail him out on a $1.5 million joint, he had to sign a deal for 10 albums. Yo, he tried to put the man in a lifetime contract. Like, yo, 10 albums? Yo, some people don't need it. Yo, it's rappers that been out for 15 years and they ain't got 10 albums. So he tried to put the man in a lifetime contract, man. So like I told y'all before, what Max B started to do was, he just dissed him. He stopped fucking with him, put out hella mixtapes, no albums, and he dissed Jim Jones on every single one of them motherfuckers, man. That's what the beef was about. Jim Jones tried to put the man in the Tupac deal. And Max B he said, fuck you. He let him bail him out, signed the contract, and said, fuck you. I ain't putting out no albums. How you like that? You feel me? How the fuck you like that? No albums is coming out. And that's what the beef is about, yo. Yeah, man. But for Jim Jones to still feel, you know, for Jim Jones to still be carrying this shit like he in the right in this situation. They both was in the wrong. You know, because if you're gonna sign a deal, honor the deal. But at the same time, if that was your man, like how Jim Jones portrayed him to be his man, you don't put your man in no situation like that, yo. Yeah, man, you might as well let that nigga sit on a 1.5. You don't sign a man to no motherfucking lifetime deal. He probably still in the deal with that nigga, to be honest. I don't know, I mean, no time went back. I don't know. That nigga probably still owe Jim Jones 10 albums. Like, I don't even know how that shit work. He probably still that nigga 10 albums, right? Yeah, but you don't do that to your man, though, yo. You don't do that to your man, yo.
Girl, pull up. Kita! Kita, where you at, girl? Pull up with the gang. Pull up with the gang. They gonna eat all the lobster, Kita. You gonna slip and be mad at me. Nah, it's lobster on the house. It's lobster on the house. He gonna get you right, baby girl. They cooking it right there for you.
Asking you when I asked you before, how do you feel about getting past differences with certain people?
I'm petty.
Right, hold on, because I'm trying to. Hold on. You've had past differences with people. Some people you was able to get past that, right? Max B coming home. Where we at with that? Are you able to get past that?
No. Now we get past now. We can get past that now. You want to get past it? Or you want to dive more into it? Or you want me to tweak it?
I want you to pass it at some point.
You want me to crash out?
I definitely don't want you to crash out, because I don't want to crash out. Now, what I want for myself, I want for my brother.
I appreciate it.
You see what I'm saying? Because there's too much money out here, there's too much life out here, and I like to do the things that I like to do. Ain't nothing feel better than living right now.
You're right.
Being alive and getting money and fucking waking up.
No better feeling. There's no better feeling ever in the world. There's no better feeling. No better feeling ever in the world.
So what I'm saying is that at some point I want you to, and I can't tell no man how to move, but I would love to see you get to a space like that. And I brought that question up because it's like, them niggas was able to get past that, and certain shit happened. People died and all that, and they was able to get past that. That's why I asked you that. How you feel about that, Spizzo?
About what?
About getting past, because Wife and Lucci and Thug got past that shit. You think you could have an issue with
that?
Now
Look, the crazy thing about it, right, is Jim Jones should be able to get past this, because nobody died. Now, that Wife and Lucci and Young Thug situation, ain't nobody got past that. Especially if I was motherfucking Lucci. Ain't no motherfucking way, man. Niggas gonna shoot at my motherfucking mother. Or niggas gonna be affiliated with somebody that shot at my mother several times. And we get past that. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on over there. You know what I mean? But for Jim Jones to say he can't get past the Max B situation, I think that is petty. I think that's childish. You know, because nobody died. You talking about dissing. I think Jim Jones just hurt. Jim Jones hurt because she touched it in Miami, man. So, hold on. Max B touched it in Miami.
Max B touch it in Miami?
I got my dick sucked in the club.
Sure you did. When was the last time that happened?
That was in 2005
He knows the year.
November at Opium in Miami.
He knows where it was.
She stuck my head under her shirt and did like this.
Wow.
She
Did you
shot
come?
No.
You didn't come? Were you nervous? You couldn't probably
No,
do it
I
that
wasn't
long.
nervous. She just wasn't wavy with her mouth like she thought she was. Yeah, Pop. Tell you about this bitch. Yeah, she's so sweet. I mean, every time this nigga turn his back, bitch out there fucking with them gangsters. Tell you about it. Yeah. She love me. She touched it in Miami. She touched it in Miami. She touched it in Miami. Told me in opium. She love it in her family. She told me she touched it in Miami. She touched it in Miami. She touched it in Miami. Told me in opium. She love it in all the bitches know I got a slide. Even she know it too. She tried to put her lips on me like she blow the flute. He hold a loop, sacks around a bit, 750 loop. I'm an anglet, put it in your back and twist, bitch. Pull your skirt up, surely bird out. I keep the dirty pearl cock, word out, word. Service stick to your cornrows, fuck the cornhole. I sing you to the crossroads, use the easy pass when we cross toes. Sing your bullets across clothes, my flows is unbelievable. Oh, stick your bitch need Polydent, soak them in some bleach. And I heard the bitch swallow it, goggle it, Google it, look up the picker. I'm underway, stop the car, take a swig of some liquor. I'm underpaid, underscore, up in your hall. Loopies when she called me once, be left us in the back of the limo. She used to roll with guns, but she loved me. She tested in Miami, she tested in Miami.
I ain't gonna lie, though. That's all disrespectful as a motherfucker, man. That's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to read. I don't think I'll be able to get past that shit either, man. That's it. That's ain't even Chrissy love Max. She touched it in Miami. Yeah. Yeah.
She touched it in Miami. Told me in opium. She love it in her family. She told me she touched it in Miami. She touched it in Miami. She touched it in Miami. Told me in opium. She love it in her family. Nigga, bitch. Yeah. Everybody had that pussy. Boy, do I mean everybody. I mean, the list goes on and on. Fell in love with it.
I mean, but that is what they say down in Harlem, yo. She was fucking with Alpo too. I mean, you know, can't get mad. You know, you can't get mad at that. You feel me? Like she got a pass, yo. Now I don't know when she touched it in Miami. You know, I don't know if she touched it in Miami while Jim Jones was dealing with her or afterwards. But you can't be mad at that, yo. Yeah, man. Shit, yo. I fucking letter from. I got sent my job. Got food all over and this shit. It said she touched it in Miami. Men now opium. Told me she liked it in the fanny. Hey, yo, fuck Jim Jones, man. Yeah, he signed him to a slave deal, man. Okay, get mad, though. We can't get mad, yo. Hey, man. You know. He knew what it was. He knew what he was when he wifed her. That song is disrespectful as a motherfucker, though. I ain't gonna lie. They might just got a squabble or something. You know what I mean? Get it over with. It's probably Chrissy the really the one that's saying, you know how females is. You better not let that shit slide. I wonder if he carried that same energy with Alpo and the other guys. You know what I mean? I want if you feel like that about the other guys, man. Yeah, that's what he did, yo. He Tupac them. He Suge Knighted them. That's one of the worst things you can do, yo, is take advantage. Matter of fact, it's the same thing that Wack 100 tried to do to Keefy D. They don't do that shit to people, man. But Wack 100 and Keefy D, they wasn't friends. But still, I wouldn't do that. You know I'm a fucking desperate need. What's up, Kyle? You know I'm a fucking desperate need.
I got my dick sucked in the club.
I'm sure you did. When was the last time that happened?
That was in. She touched it in my ear and told me if it feels you.
He got video proof. That's fucked up.
Everybody had that pussy.
God damn it.
Boy, I mean, everybody. I mean, list goes on and on. Fell in love with a man. Crazy ass man.
Dang, he got video footage.
My dick in Miami. She touched it in Miami. That stinking bitch Chrissy. Yo, tell him all the weed up, Jerry. Ew. Y'all got that bitch. Time for the man. Ew. This is my studio.
I mean, but if he love her, yo, none of this shit even matter, yo. I mean, she better move past that, man. All right, she touched it in Miami, man. You know, fuck it. You know, that's my girl. I love her. That's probably why he ain't never marrying her. They've been together forever.
Fuck Chrissy in Miami. She sucked my dick, she sucked my balls. She a nasty bitch. She took it in the butt.
Damn.
She a nasty bitch, Chrissy. Chrissy, Jim Jones' wife. Chrissy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Jim Jones' wifey, his main squeeze, the one he invested in and put all his money in, and the one he loves. The bitch that sucked this big fat old dick in Miami. Look, Chrissy touched it in Miami. She sucked it and fucked this dick, this big old fat dick. She sucked it in Miami. She sucked my dick in Miami.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably can't get past that.
She sucked my dick. Yeah, she sucked it and spit all on it. Yo, she spit all on the head. She spit all on my head. That bitch spit on my head.
Yo, maybe no, this happened after the fallout, but maybe she touched it in Miami before they got cool, and now he exposing it. He just said, "D, she touched it in Miami." No, yo, it started over contract. Yo, he tried to put Max B in a death row deal. He tried to put him in a lifetime contract to bail him out on a $1.5 million bond, 10 albums. So Max B didn't put out no albums. He just put out mixtapes, and he just dissed Jim Jones on every mixtape. Oh no, she does. I think she did touch it in Miami, man. I wasn't there, so I can't say it's 100% certain. But he got video. He got video footage. We go back to the video. We go back to the beginning.
Happened.
That was in. I got my dick sucked in the club.
I'm sure you did. When was the last time that happened?
That was in 2005
He knows the year.
November in Opium in Miami.
He knows where it was.
She stuck my head under her shirt and did like this.
Wow.
She
Did you
got-
come?
No.
You didn't come? Were you nervous?
She couldn't probably do
No,
it
I
that
wasn't
long.
nervous. She just wasn't wavy with her mouth like she thought she was. Yeah, pop.
Yeah, so that's how it all happened. Man.
Suck my dick in Miami.
J Bond.
Niggas don't want me to talk about pussy no more. Alright, I ain't gonna talk about pussy no more. I'm gonna leave that bitch alone, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna fuck with that bitch no more. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chrissy. I love you, baby. Oh. Make me come.
G Money.
She said it. She said you did it to me so good.
Hey, Jim Jones fight can't stand this nigga. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I don't know if I better get past that shit either, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo.
And get past it. Whatever the feeling it was. So what I'm saying
I
is
forgot he went that hard
at
on
some
Chrissy
point,
like
I want
that.
you to, and I can't tell no man how to move, but I would love to see you get to a space like that. And I brought that question up because it's like, them niggas was able to get past that and certain shit happened. People died and all that. And they was able to get past that. That's why I asked you that. How you feel about that, Spizzo?
About what?
About getting past, because Wife and Lucci and Thug got past their shit. You think you could have an issue with a nigga and get past it?
Yeah, I think you can get past old thing. I don't really know all of their situations, so I'm not really speaking on it.
And I don't think she ever
Not
said
on them.
nothing.
Not on them. How you?
She ain't never said nothing about it,
I think sometimes it's just
to my recollection.
it's just not serving what you got going right now. So you could, even if you get past it as far as like it's not something that you engage in back and forth, and I think you can move
Yeah,
forward.
but yo, that's what I'm
Everybody-
saying. Like she got a pass, yo. Like, the rumor is on Chrissy is she fuck with all the niggas with money in Harlem. That's the rumor. You know what I mean? I told you Alpo was fucking with her too. A lot of big guys, niggas that was getting money probably was fucking with Chrissy. That's why I do think that's why he not married her. Yeah, I don't think he get past that either. That's all I was hella disrespectful. I forgot how disrespectful it was, man.
Can exist in their own way. So that's how I feel. There's certain people that you're not gonna be, even if y'all were friends, y'all may not be friends anymore.
Oh,
That's all of these situations. I want to speak how I would take it. Like
100%.
I don't really know their whole.
No, we ain't speaking on them.
Or even if I did, I can't speak for them. And
100%.
I can only speak for how if a situation was.
100%.
So I could see me getting past something that's not really. But I also could see me existing where I am, and they exist where they is. And
You ain't gotta fuck with them.
Right.
yeah, I mean.
But you not actively pursuing the issue.
I ain't gotta hate you, but I ain't gotta
love you neither. But I could.
Now Dave East got kicked off the show, man, because he went to Max B Welcome Home party. So he ain't even on the show no more, man.
I could allow you to exist on your side. I exist on my side. That's it. That's the only
what she
space
was
we
doing.
need to be in.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep getting money and keep feeding my family and keep doing what I need to do. And you do what it is that you do. Period. Point blank.
And I think where it can happen, reconciliation is
Reconciliation, y'all.
good for where it
That's
can
why I don't
happen.
watch these niggas, y'all. Reconcile, not reconciliation. Like, yo, these niggas is fucking stupid. Like, niggas is too old to fucking to not be able to pronounce simple words, man. Yeah, that's what I heard. I just seen MREC TV do a video on it, but I ain't, his shit, he working with the system. So his shit be getting copyrighted.
Sometimes it does come back to, but sometimes it doesn't. I think that's cool too. I don't think that's wrong. I think
Can't force
we
it.
all have the lives that we live, and sometimes people gonna go. That's just how I feel. I think some
We'll go
people just,
separate.
you know what I mean? It's just chapters really
No, I
in your
get
life,
it.
and certain
I get
people gonna be in it in certain chapters, and sometimes they're not gonna be in it.
I
So,
say I could tell you this. I may forgive, I don't forget. Even if I forgive, I'm not here to make anybody feel comfortable.
But that's okay.
Yo, Jim
right?
Jones
You
too
don't
old for
gotta-
that shit, man.
You don't gotta forget. You don't have to forget, right? I mean, wars sometimes have to happen, but then at some point after the war, then we get to like a understanding.
Yeah, but it wasn't
I
no
think
war, yo.
everybody
Nobody
wants
died.
everybody to
You
be
know what I
cool,
mean?
but
Like
they
this
don't
is
have
this
to.
is some emotional shit that Jim Jones. Nobody died behind this, man. Like I get once shots get to flying and people get to dying, and it ain't really no reconciliation. You feel me? But yo, you just mad, yo, because she touched it in Miami, bro. You know what I mean? You put the man in a fucked up deal. He came home, dissed you, made a fucking hell of a diss track, and you just can't get past that shit.
They didn't live through what happened.
Right.
So sometimes what happens does affect you or changes the relationship, and that's why I said it's cool. I'm not saying it's cool not to be cool with people. I'm just saying that
If you wasn't in
live
that
through it, and
situation,
then
you wouldn't
right, like like you can't tell me that you didn't go through that. You didn't go through that betrayal. You didn't go through that backdoor. You didn't go through that breakup.
And listen to this.
Tell me just
Listen, like Fab was saying, everybody got their own thing. We all human. We all go by our own vibration, right? Just because someone else figured their situation out, it came to that point in the road where it was time for them to do that, don't mean that everybody
That's a
should be
fact.
subjected to doing that because people seeing that and because of whatever the severity they may be going through and shit like that. You don't know how severe it may be to a
let
person.
Jim heal on his own
personally.
time.
100%. No, I agree. I agree with him. But when I'm
He's
just
his own
Do you
saying,
think Jim is healed yet?
no, sometimes it needs a little bit more.
I'm saying I don't know. I'm like, man, no, that nigga definitely ain't healed. That shit bothers him. Your probably can't stand Max B. he probably really was happy he was booked for real. Just ain't say nothing. Yo, Max B was giving that nigga the blues, y'all. Like I don't know how many people was around old enough to remember that. Yo, but he was giving that man the blues on every single mixtape. Like Jim Jones couldn't even respond. He started ignoring him. Like the shit was bad, man. It was real bad.
No more band-aids, no more, need more bandages.
I think some shit can be healed, some shit can't.
I understand that more
That's
than a
how I
lot of
feel.
people, though.
Some shit ain't no coming back
Nigga,
from it.
what?
And then some
Nigga,
shit is like,
some shit we ain't never coming back.
You know?
So you forgiving everybody that you have
I
a
ain't
problem with?
I ain't said nothing
Why
about
the fuck you asking me
So
about
here's
who
the
and why
thing.
the
Come on,
fuck
I like
would I
that.
say forgive
Yo,
you?
he mad as
Fuck
shit.
you.
Let's talk about it. I ain't talking about forgiveness. I ain't talking about.
You talking about coexisting?
I'm talking about you do what you do, and I do what I do.
How
because-
about this? Why the fuck? I don't give a fuck about what nobody do. I don't care about
Yeah, he
that.
mad.
I'm just doing
He
me
mad about
anyway.
that
There
shit.
you go.
Yo, you worry about what you worry about that shit.
All I'm talking about is actively pursuing a nigga, actively pursuing an issue.
I'm not
that ain't even
actively
an
pursuing
issue.
nothing but this money.
Now we talking.
Now I would be a silly fool to be like I'm actively pursuing anything but what I got going on. You heard? Period. But besides
That's what I'm
that,
talking about.
I'm heavy on the petty. Petty rally. Petty tender grass. You heard?
I'm not talking about no forgiveness. No
Petty
forgiveness.
odd night, bro. You heard? I'm petty.
Nothing wrong with being a little petty, but
Petty cure.
you got it.
Yeah, he
You
did.
got here, definitely got here. Understand? Yeah, he's still
We gotta let him
Still in
heal
the
on
hospital.
his time.
still in the hospital.
Yeah, it's on his time.
But the thing is this.
He'll get there.
Listen, there's what I want you to understand. There's a difference between forgiving, forgetting, all that shit. I ain't talking about no forgiveness. I ain't talking about no. I'm talking about listen, nigga. You over there, I'm over here. That's it.
I'm not even having no conversation.
We ain't gotta have no conversation, but that's just the understanding. Sometimes the understanding.
Yo, he was
is not.
dissing the shit out y'all. Let me see. Let's see if I remember. Max B dissed Jim Jones. I want to go to some of the songs. He was going in on that nigga.
See this, right? Oh God, this is so. No, this on World Star. Back on what up? No more World Star. Guys, pick up. Fuck with your boy.
When it comes to your music, I know you're a boss when it comes to that, but they had Chrissy in the studio, and it kind of looked like she had a little bit of influence over you when it came to that situation. Do you think that's true? Do you think that's an accurate comment?
Listen, you know how long I've been doing interviews?
Mm-hmm.
You pushing it.
Okay, you don't want to talk about that?
No, you pushing it. So now, you want to do some? You want to get a good interview, or you just want to end it right now? All right, so stop.
Right now, so.
All right then. So if it's a popular show, ask some cool questions. Because I'm not the person for that. You know this. You know you were a different type of person. So let's keep it to a minimum.
Okay.
All right.
I respect that.
Big Valley TV, Chrissy sucked my dick in Miami. That stinking bitch Chrissy. Yo, tell him all the way up, Jerry. Ew. Y'all got that beat? Man. This is my studio. I have now officially fucked Chrissy in Miami. She sucked my dick, she sucked my balls. She a nasty bitch. She took it in the butt. She a nasty bitch, Chrissy. Chrissy, Jim Jones' wife. Chrissy. Jim Jones' wife.
Fuck Bruno dick. You better send me some fucking money and get off my cock, nigga. What is this hypocrisy?
What are these words? What are these preposterous words?
Crazy.
Know who you kiss and know where you live. What are these units you're selling?
Who are these scoundrels?
What are these 16,000 in the first week?
Tell French gonna come out.
What are these 300 albums, the Christmas album the first week? What are
Nigga
they?
made Santa flop. Our nigga made Santa flop.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had.
Ramadan. Bitch called my phone like Biggie. I'm trying to call. I said, bitch, I'm trying to call. She said, Biggie, I need that. That bitch don't get enough of this dick.
This Miami, Russia. That's what she do. She get the next hot boy, Maxie. She gonna get the next hot boy. Master Blaster.
Bitch, I'm the space invader.
She gonna get the next hot boy. You know what it is? That's her job. Shout out to Feet, man.
Bitch, you still. I'm not giving you no more effort for them teeth. Them fake motherfucking false dicks.
Yeah, I didn't know that ball out. I didn't know he punched him in the face.
What's wrong with you? No, I got the bitch Chrissy on tape. And I'm about to show that.
Dang, he got on tape.
I got Chrissy on tape.
6 in the afternoon. He did for a long time.
I waited long enough. I got the bitch on my camera phone. Camera phone. Shout out to my nigga Fergie. Got the bitch on my camera phone. Got the bitch on my camera phone. I got the bitch Chrissy on my camera phone. That's Jim Jones' fiance. I got Jim Jones' fiance on my camera phone. I got the bitch on my camera phone. Got the bitch on my camera phone. Shout out to my nigga Fergie Love Bug.
Who the fuck Fergie is?
I got that bitch doing some wild shit. Right when your single and your album about to pop, I got that bitch going crazy. Why she doing that to you? We ain't, we ain't giving that nigga no way. Yo, hold on. We finna talk about this bitch Chrissy. I look so good. I always look good when I talk about that bitch. Got my shit on. Look at my shit. My shit look nice for these hoes. Hold on. My shit look nice for these hoes. Look, yo, bitch told me in the car I look like a girl. I said, bitch, you look like a gorilla. I'd rather look like a girl than look like a motherfucker gorilla. I said, Lisa, if I'm a gorilla.
You said he punched him? I don't remember seeing that video. Max B punched Jim Jones.
Box me right there, like around where the truck at. Try to box me in. Try to box me in right there, like around where the truck at. That's where the Bentley pulled up at. Right, I was where the green car was at. So I had about that much room to back up. So, you know, I took my time. Obviously, I wasn't scared because I didn't really bang my shit that hard, right? I banged it just enough to get my room so I could ram this shit up, ram it up his ass. Pause. Ram the motherfucker. Boom, I hit the shit. So he all the shit, my car running around trying to grab me. Right? My window was there, he tried to grab me. So he came in the window, punched him in his fucking face. God died was trying to grab him in the fucking car. So he ran up, ran back to his car. He seen me revving up for one more wine. That's when this guy, look, I'm not gonna say anything. This guy kicked my shit right here.
Let me put an end to this Max B a snitch shit. Cause I just seen motherfucker put Max David Wingate. I did a video on this before, man. Appeal. Charlie Wingate. His name not David. It's Charlie Wingate. Did a video on this before, man. We don't even feel like reading this shit for real. See, defendants Charlie Wingate and Calvin Lurdam seek to overturn their conviction and sentences for kidnapping, robbing, and murdering David Taylor, kidnapping and robbing Alan Plowden, and kidnapping and robbing Gazelle Naives. Wingate argues that his conviction should be reversed because the trial court erroneously declined to sever his trial from Litterman's trial, misapplied its discretion when it refused to excuse the jury for cause, and improperly instructed the jury. Wingate also argues that the court erroneously denied his motion for judgment of acquittal and imposed a manifestly excessive sentence. All right. Hey, y'all gotta get something to read this shit. I don't feel like reading this shit, y'all. Y'all can't even see it anyway. I read this shit before. Y'all got a video on it. Yeah, but Wack 100 is running with this narrative that I read it before on one of my older videos, but niggas is still running with this narrative, and it says how everything played out in this. A trial evidence presented by the state, including the testimony of co-conspirator Gina Conway, established the following facts. Testimony of co-conspirator Gina Conway established the following facts. Wingate and Lurdam were 28 and 21 years old, respectively. In September 2006, people knew them as brothers, but they may have been stepbrothers. Wingate on and off again girlfriend Gina Conway was an exotic dancer at a Bronx nightclub named Sin City. One of the victims' attraction to Conway precipitated the events that culminated in another victim's homicide. Two of the victims, Alan Plowden and David Taylor, were partners in criminal enterprise that included mortgage, real estate, and credit card fraud. They drove expensive cars around New York City, and Plowden often carried a Louis Vuitton bag containing cash. sometimes as much as $40,000. On September 19, 2006, while in the Bronx, Plowden noticed Conway standing across the street. He introduced himself, then took her to a bar where they had a drink. Later, he took her to a hotel in Maui, New Jersey, where he unsuccessfully tried to seduce her. Conway left the hotel room at approximately 4 a.m. and took a taxi to Sin City, where she met Wingate and gave him money. Then met a bouncer named Torrin Golston, one with whom she left. 2 days later, on September 21st, the day before the homicide, Plowden phoned Conway, picked her up, and took her to shopping in Bergen County. He was carrying a Louis Vuitton book bag. During the shopping trip, Conway telephoned Wingate to make him jealous and told him what she was doing. After shopping, Conway accompanied Plowden in a hotel in Fort Lee. Plowden gave Conway a room key card. During their stay, Plowden opened the designer bag several times to impress Conway, who thought it contained approximately $50,000. Later that night, Plowden drove Conway to Manhattan, where he dropped her off. After dropping off Conway, Plowden met David Taylor and 2 women, spent the night in the club, and eventually returned to Fort Lee Holiday Inn, where he shared a room with one of the women, Giselle Naives. Taylor shared a room in the same hotel with the other women, Mate Castro. Before going to bed, Plowden hid all but $1,000 of his cash, as well as his wallet, jewelry, and car keys under a plastic liner of a trash can. He hid the remaining thousands under his bed mattress and then went to bed while Naive showered. The crimes were committed in the room later that morning. Meanwhile, after Plowden dropped off Conway, she took a taxi to a basketball court near 135th Street and 5th Avenue, where she met Wingate and his friends at approximately 11 p.m. During the next couple hours, she took an ecstasy pill and drank some Hennessy, cognac, which made her high. But the degree of her intoxication seemed to rise and fall. She told Wingate about Plowden's money. When asked how much, she replied a lot. Wingate said he was going to get him, which Conway understood as meaning that Wingate was going to get Plowden's money. Wingate asked Conway where Plowden was, and she told him Plowden was probably at a club. She also told him where Plowden was staying. Wingate telegraphed Lurdan, who arrived a few minutes later and spoke with Wingate. When they finished speaking, Wingate told Conway to go with Lurdan and take him to a hotel where Plowden was staying. According to Conway, Wingate did not intend to use force, but rather intended to steal the money while Plowden was at the club. Shamel Foy, the only witness to testify on behalf of the defense, said she was at a basketball court and saw Wingate and Conway, but not Lurdan. The group left the basketball court, and Lurdan tried to get in the car. But when he was unable to find one suitable for the purposes, Wingate called cell phone 2 of a taxi driver, Muhammad whatever, and asked whatever to drive his brother and his girlfriend to New Jersey. The dude drove Lurdan and Conway to New Jersey, but stopped for gas on the way. While Lurdan went into the store at the gas station, Wingate pulled up in the car and told Conway that if she pulled off, he would love her forever. If she pulled it off, he would love her forever. The taxi driver, Lurdan and Conway, arrived at Fort Lee Holiday Inn at approximately 4:30 a.m. after mistakenly going to 2 other Holiday Inn hotels. During the journey, 3 calls were placed for Lurdan's cell phone to the Holiday Inn reservation line. Upon their arrival, Conway spotted Plowden's car and told Lurdan that Plowden had returned. Lurdan told the driver to wait, and Lurdan and Conway entered the Holiday Inn. On the way to Plowden's room, Lurdan put on gloves, took duct tape from his pocket, and displayed a handgun. Conway, who had not seen any of these items previously, became nervous because this was not a part of the plan. When they arrived at Plowden's room, Lurdan told Conway to use her key card to open the door, but it did not work. Conway called Plowden's cell phone and could hear it ringing, but Plowden did not respond. Conway knocked the door down. Naives answered. Knocked on the door, Naives answered and told Conway that Lurdan and Plowden were sleeping and tried to close the door. Conway used her foot to prevent the door from closing, and she and Lurdan entered the room. Once outside, Lurdan grabbed the girl by her hair, pointed the gun at her head, and demanded the money and Plowden's car keys. Conway searched the room. Plowden continued to sleep. Lurdan shoved Naives into the bathroom and told Conway to tape her up, which Conway did, duct taping Naives' wrists, mouth, and ankles. Naives got a good look at Lurdan and noticed a scar on the left side of his face. Conway woke Plowden. Lurdan told Plowden not to look up at him or he would shoot, or he would be shot. So Plowden turned away and Conway duct taped his hands and eyes. Plowden then told them about the money under the mattress. While Conway and Lurdam searched around, Plowden was on the floor covered by a comforter. Was able to lift up part of the duct tape from his eyes, peek, and see what was going on. He eventually told Lurdam and Conway that the rest of the money was downstairs in the friend's room. Holding the gun to Plowden said, Lurdam forced Plowden to call Taylor. When Taylor arrived at the room, he knocked on the door and Conway opened it up. Lurdam stood behind the door with the gun. When Taylor entered, Lurdam pointed the gun at his face. Taylor reached for the gun. It discharged and Taylor fell dead. According to Bergen County medical examiner who conducted the autopsy, Taylor had stipplings on his face and 2 on his fingers, and a gunshot wound in his mouth. Taylor had died from a gunshot wound to his head and neck. This whole situation was crazy. I don't feel like reading all that shit though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of reading. I read it before. Let's get to the part where they got locked up. I might as well read this part too. Conway collected the items from the room, including cell phones, a laptop computer, and new clothes that Plowden had purchased the day before. She then went through Taylor's pockets and took $800. Lurdam took Taylor's watch and changed into one of Plowden's shirts and a suit jacket. Lurdam then struck Plowden in the face with the gun, and Conway took Naeve's purse and threatened to kill Naeve's and her family before leaving. Lurdam and Conway told Plowden they were going to Taylor's room, and if the money was not there, they would come back and kill him. Plowden managed to free himself and chase after Lurdam and Conway. He caught and punched Conway, but when she screamed and Lurdam turned around with a gun, he retreated. When Lurdam and Conway returned to the taxi car, the taxi noticed that Lurdam was wearing new clothes. The taxi drove Lurdam and Conway back to Lurdam's apartment in New York City, where Lurdam found Wingate. Conway took a bag containing stolen items from the hotel and went to Sin City, where she met Ghostin, and later took a bus with him to her apartment in Bloomfield, New Jersey. She left the bag at his apartment, took another bag, and went to her home with Wingate's sister-in-law. While there, she telephoned Wingate, who said he was sorry for what happened and he would take care of her. During the insurance police investigation, Plowden not only failed to identify Lurdam from 2 photo arrays, but identified the picture of another man the police had used as a filler. Detective interviewed Ghostin and retrieved the bag that Conway had left in Ghostin's house. The bag contained 2 Holiday Inn key cards, cell phones, laptop, car keys, clothing, a wallet, and a camera. When detectives arrested Conway, she gave them a statement implicating Wingate and Lurdam. So this narrative that, you see this? This narrative that Max B told is a fucking lie, man. And niggas is running with this lie. It says right here, when detectives arrested Conway, she gave them a statement implicating Wingate and Lurdam. She told. All right, so let's get to this dirt paperwork. They shot the wrong dude for real. But Cho shouldn't have never told him that, to go to the other house. What the fuck is 48 pages out? All right. I'm not reading this. Why my read aloud shit keep not working? Doing that shit the other day. Yeah, that was fucked up. Your man was down there chilling with a chick, mind his business. And yo sit the motherfucker to your spot. Yo down bad for that, got your killed. That's fucked up. Had you walking into a motherfucking armed robbery. They should have charged his ass. The fuck, his ass should have got charged with the crime too. The fuck would you do that? Why would you send yo that? Why would you send him down there? You ain't even tell him enough. You ain't shoot him a text. You ain't. Man, that was crazy. Yo, bring the joint up. Niggas robbing me. Yo said, nah, yo got the money. I ain't got shit. If you want the money, go get it from him. They knock on your door. He thinking this probably room service. Whole time these niggas strapped, armed, and ready to kill. That shit fucked up. For more than 7 months, the prosecution team concealed from defendants that both the presiding magistrate judge and lead trial prosecutors have received violent, case-specific death threats made while invoking the names of Dirk Banks and DeAndre Wilson. This prolonged non-disclosure, compounded by undisclosed ex parte communication between the prosecution team and the bench about these threats, has imperably compromised the structural integrity of these proceedings. On February 25th, 2025, at the least, the government and the district court knew that the magistrate judge, Patricia Donahue, had received 4 explicit voicemails threatening her life and courthouse personnel. On April 28th, 2025, lead prosecutor Ian Yanello received similar death threats directed at him and all courthouse staff. The United States Attorney's Office is carrying out a secret investigation relayed the threats to the judge in the Central District of California, including this court. Yet defendants learned nothing of these threats until October 1st, 2024. Oh, there they go again. Same shit they did with Diddy. They get information. They get information and then withhold it until they want to use it. After months of litigation before judges who knew of these threats but remained silent, and just days before pretrial motions were due, threats of violence against judges and prosecutors strike at the heart of our constitutional order. When individuals seek to intimidate those administering justice, they attack not just individuals but the rule of law itself. The underdesigned and their clients unequivocally denounce these reprehensible threats against Judge Donahue and the United States Attorney Yalano and the courthouse personnel. The government responds to these threats, however, concealing them while continuing to prosecute defendants before judges who were themselves intended targets, violated fundamental constitutional guarantees. The prosecution's 7-month silence deprived defendants of their 5th and 6th Amendment rights to due process and an impartial tribunal. During this period, defendant unknowingly litigated critical matters, including detention proceedings and pretrial motions before judicial officers operating under the cloud of undisclosed threats. This concealment prevented defendant from seeking recusal, challenging the fairness of proceedings, or making informed strategic decisions. The result appearance of partiality, amplified by ex parte discussions between the bench and the prosecution about threats directly implicating defendant, has created an incurable breach of judicial neutrality that no lesser remedy than full recusal of the Central District bench can cure. So he trying to get all the motherfuckers moved off the case. Basically, what the defense is saying is the judge and the prosecution team was having secret meetings about threats that was being placed on them, not under Dirk direction, but because of Dirk being incarcerated. And what the defense team is saying is, yo, that's some sneaky shit. Like, how y'all having these meetings? And we had court proceedings, and y'all knew all of this stuff was going on, and y'all never mentioned it. Maybe that's why he kept getting a no bail. Maybe that's why you understand what I'm saying? He trying to get them all removed from out the case. The integrity of the criminal prosecution depends on transparency and impartiality. Here, both. Hold up. That's what they do, y'all. What fatally compromised. Because these violations strike at the core of due process and the constitutional guarantee of receiving fair hearings in front of an impartial decision maker, dismissal is the only adequate remedy. Yo, they try to get this case dismissed under 25 different circumstances. Additionally, the prosecution, especially the United States Attorney, must be barred from participating in the prosecution of this case. And because it appears the United States Attorney's Office for the Central District of California participated in the investigation, the entire office must be disqualified. Finally, given that who did he write this to? Did he send this to an appeals court or something? Like, did he send this to a judge? What's this? Page 7. Oh, he sent this to the state's attorney's office. Finally, given that the United States Attorney's Office sought a superseding indictment against the defendant just days after being directly threatened in their name, the indictment must be dismissed. The fact that the United States Attorney's Office concealed the information and only revealed it to support an extraordinary motion to impanel an anonymous jury demands that the indictment be dismissed with prejudice. No lesser sanction can restore public confidence in the fairness of the prosecution or cure the prejudice following for months of secret communication and judicial proceedings conducted under these extraordinary circumstances. By at least February 2025, the prosecution team, including the lead FBI case agent, Sarah Cochran, and United States Attorney, knew that Judge Donahue had received violent threats connected to this case. By April 28, 2025, they also knew that United States Attorney Yelena and courthouse personnel had been similarly threatened. Yet the government did not disclose any of this to defense until October 1st, 2025. As more fully detailed in the paragraphs below, the most relevant dates to this joint motion. So they all trying to get on this. The whole motherfucking everybody, every single defendant. I ain't reading all this, y'all. We not gotta go through this later. I just got in the house. Yeah, we gonna go through this shit later. Hell yeah, he got a point. Basically, it's like you can't be fair and impartial, yo, if you're getting threatened by what y'all are trying to make it seem like my client. Like, now you're not going in this, you going into this thing with bias. You got threatened. It's almost like it's a conflict of interest. It's a conflict of interest. Yeah, but we're gonna finish that later on, man. I ain't want to make this live real long for real. I wanted to just go through the Max B situation. We're gonna go through this dirt paperwork a little later for real. But I appreciate y'all as always, man. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you share the live, make sure you hype the video. It's another day, keep it unique, and I'm out.